In the past, you have run, from my understanding, you have been drive blockers, okay? You've come up to the line of scrimmage and you've said, I've got this guy's got that guy, this guy's got that guy, and ready, set, hit. And we all go block our guy. Is that pretty, would you say that's what the concept that you've been kind of working to under?
Okay. We walk with our shoulder too. And double way.
Exactly, and what you've done is the technique is going to be different than we're going to talk about and that sort of thing. But the concept behind it is that what you've done in the past is you've had a man, and he's the guy you're going to block, and if he stunts one way or he goes one way, or the linebacker stunts inside, and the guy on top of him goes outside, you're kind of, I got to go get him over here, right? And as linemen, sometimes that's kind of hard to understand. That's a man type blocking, drive blocking thing that we're going to try to get away from a little bit and try to teach you zone blocking, okay? Meaning that you're going to block a zone, all right? And you're going to step hard to a zone, and somebody's going to come to you, all right? It will make the difference of whether you are covered. I don't spell very well. I'm dyslexic, by the way. So uncovered. Okay? Those are the two concepts that you need to understand. Am I covered or uncovered? So, let's make sure we understand what that means. Because once we understand what that means, this will all come into a pretty good focus. Okay? If you look at these 5 down linemen, which of the down linemen would you say are covered? Would you say the center's covered?
Yeah.
Why is he covered?
There's a man right on him.
Because there's a man right on him. All right, so we're going to count him covered. Would you say the right guard is covered?
No.
No, I wouldn't say he's covered. There's a man on him. Would you say the right tackle's covered? Okay, so we're going to call him covered. Would you say the left guard is covered? Nope. Would you say the left tackle is covered? Okay. So just by looking at it, we've understood what covered and uncovered is. Covered means I've got somebody in my framework, okay? Now, it can get a little tricky on, is there a guy on me or is a guy in the gap or what is it? But we'll talk about that in a second. But just basically understand the premise that these 3 guys are covered, 1, 2, 3 guys. These guys are uncovered, 1 and 2, all right? Everybody understand that? That's simple, understand it. You should be able to get that, okay? There are 2 different techniques to be able to block zone. The first is a covered technique. I've got a guy on me. I've got to block the guy on me, okay? The second is an uncovered technique, and that is I don't have somebody on me. I'm going to co-op with the guy that's covered next to me, and we're going to pound that guy, the down lineman. We're going to double him as hard as we can, and we're going to take him to the linebacker, all right? We're going to take these 2 guys to the linebacker. So, in this case, it's very, very simple, all right? These 2 guys, 3 and 2, have these 2 guys, all right? They are going to block these 2 guys. Now, we don't know which way these 2 guys are going. Could this guy go here and this guy go here? Sure he could. As you get in higher level football, they're going to do that. They're going to stunt all the time. And you're not going to have to chase them, okay? So this guy's going to pound this down guy, and this guy's going to co-op, and I'm going to show you the technique here in a second. But this guy's going to co-op, so we're going to get 2 guys blocking this down guy, and if we get really good at it, we're going to take this guy into the lap of the linebacker, all right? If we get really good at it. What we really want to do is we want to drive the old drive technique, only we're going to use a different hands and different kind of a technique. But we're going to try to drive the down guy to the linebacker. Does that make sense to you? I mean, seriously, go, Coach, no, I don't get it. I don't understand. Just at any point in time when we're talking here, just go, I don't get it. I don't get it. Just stop and it's okay. It's not hard, but it can be hard because I may be using terminology that you're going, the down guy? What is the down guy? Linebacker, what is the line? Okay, so if I'm saying something, I just assume you would understand. Just stop me and go, I don't get that, okay? So we understand that this is the covered lineman. We're going to pound him, meaning we're going to double him, and I'll show you the technique in a second, to this linebacker. This linebacker's got to choose. He's got to come this way or he's got to come this way, right? He doesn't have a choice unless you want to you want both of you to just drive him all the way back to the goal line. He's got to decide, I'm going to spill back inside or I'm going to spill outside. What do you think which way do you think he'll go if the play is going that way? Okay, he's going to spill outside probably, right? Doesn't that make sense? Now we're going to talk about zone right. We're going to some type of an outside play, whether it's speed option or toss or sweep or whatever it is, trying to get outside. But so we're going to get this reaction. He's going to take this kind of an action to try to spill over the top, to get outside, to try to help. Okay? And that's when that's how we begin to learn the technique. We pound this guy, and if we get good at it, this guy will overtake this guy and he will spill out and pick this guy up. Okay? Now I know that sounds like, oh my gosh, that's really hard. I don't think I can do that. That's going to be something that's going to be really hard. It's not. It is very, very simple, because here's the deal. You're going to do it every time. It's not like, okay, this next time they're going to be lined up. They could come up and cover all of you guys, right? They could cover all 5 of you guys. And if they covered all 5 of you are pounding your down guy. And you know you don't have any help. Okay, you got no help. I'm covered, he's covered, everybody's covered. We got our guy, we're going to pound him, and we're going to work up, I'll show you the technique here in a second. Okay? But you got to understand the concept of that. All right? So let's go back to the next 2 guys. Who's the next covered guy? The next covered guy. We got this guy covered. Who's the next covered guy down the line? The center's covered, right? Okay? The center's covered. That's the B for ball. All right? Who's gonna pound who? We're gonna pound, and we're gonna go together right there. All right? Now he's got no linebacker over the top of him, so these guys are just gonna keep pounding this guy. And if this guy spills inside, I got him. If this guy spills over the top, he's gonna pound him and he's gonna finish him off. Okay? And then the backside guy in zone always rips and runs. Okay? He's trying to rip and run. And I'll show you the technique. So it's just to cut this guy off so he can't get penetration, and he tries to help on this backside backer. So we get 5 guys on 4, keeping the backside guy having to run around behind it. Hopefully Coach Farber will be smart enough to put somebody back here fast enough that the defensive end can't catch him coming all the way around that way. That wouldn't be a good thing. If your running back's that slow, then we've done a bad job of identifying who's running back here. Okay? That makes sense? Kind of get the idea of it. All right? Now I'm going to ask you some questions just to make sure you get it. All right? If I'm looking at circle the guys that are covered. Circle the guys that are covered. Or square them. Just square them so we know which one's yours. Good. Who's uncovered? The center, right? Okay. So the center's really the only helper here. All right. Everybody's going to pound their guy, and the center is going to work this way, and we're going to try to work these guys here. We got more guys in the box than we guys got to block, right? Now you guys are going to have a wing or something like that, and you're going to be able to double this guy and work these 2 guys to that backer, and it'll work fine. But in that scenario, those are the covered guys. Okay. I just want to make sure you understand. It's not predicated on, okay, I've always got the left guard or the left down lineman. No, I don't. I may have a different guy every time. Every time I come up, I've got to identify, am I covered? Am I not covered? Does that make sense? Okay, let's now once you've got that idea, the technique is simple, and we can work the technique pretty easy. Okay? Give me one, just give me a lineman right here. Right here. You're a guard. Okay. You come over here and be a tackle. All right.
Matt.
Now we're assuming the ball is right here. Okay.
Dylan, why don't you
Hey, can you do me a big favor, buddy?
Yeah.
Can you come here and play center for me? You can't do that. You can't just stand right there for me. As handsome
He's
as
not
you
in.
are, he's done with it. Okay, that's fine. You're perfect center. All right. And give me, I forgot your name. Sam.
Matt.
You're one of my favorite guys too. Sam, come right here. Okay. You are a defensive lineman. Okay. You come right here.
Come back here.
You are a linebacker. Okay. Now, Sam is head up with this guy. Who's covered in this scenario? This is the offense, this is the defense. Who's covered? All right? Who's uncovered? Okay? Now, we're going to pound this guy right here. Who's going to pound this guy? You two are going to combo this guy to that linebacker. Now, what's going to happen is, come on over here. There's going to be a defensive end, possibly right here, maybe in the gap or whatever, and then you'll have either a tight end or a wing, I don't know. You're going to have another guy here off your tackle, right? I think that's the way your offense looks. Yeah, that's the way your offense looks. So then you two guys are going to work him and the next guy, all right? So for right now, you're out, all right? For right now, I just want you to get the picture up, okay? We're going to take 6 to 8 inch splits. Okay, what we want to do is we want to be able to work in unison together. We're all going to take a step to our right, okay? So what's going to happen is at the snap of the ball, I know I'm covered, he knows he's uncovered. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a 6-inch step, boom, here, okay? So that I'm going to widen so that I can get my body on his outside number right here, okay? I'm going to take a 6-inch step, boom, so that I can get my body, my chest on his inside numbers. That makes sense? And you're going to go ahead and take the step and pretend like there's a guy there, all right? So the first step from this position here, I don't know, are you guys going on a 3-point stance? Okay, from a 3-point stance is power step right here, okay? Just so that you can widen the front and you can give yourself some room to work. Make sense? Your aiming point, if you're covered, the play's going outside, your aiming point is the outside number of the covered man. Boom, right here, all right? Your aiming point is the inside number of the covered man. So I'm going to take my power step or my slide step, and I'm going to go here. So what's going to happen is we're going to have 4 hands. Come on. 4 hands on the down guy.
Okay.
Squared up, shoulders square, completely square. We're going to have 4 hands on the down guy and 4 eyes on the linebacker. All right? 4 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4 on him. So you and I are working together and we got our eye on him. And we are going to pound this guy, all right? So that means that we're going to get both hands on him and we are going to try to drive him to the linebacker so that the linebacker has to decide which side am I going to spill over, all right? So I'm going to pound my feet, pound my feet, pound my feet, pound my feet, and he spills over, all right? When we see him spill over, who do you think's got him? You got it. I got it. You and me got these two, right? Okay, so now that I know that I'm going to overtake, and you're going to slide and pick him up. Okay, so it looks like this. Come back. Cover him up, Sam. All right. Step in. Okay. Covered, uncovered, lineman, linebacker. 4 hands, 4 eyes. Can you do that for me? All right. I'm going to say sit, hit, set, hit, and all I want to see you do is slide step boom wide. Give me a good 6 to 8 inch slide step. Okay. Get your hands on his outside numbers. Get your hands on his inside numbers. With me?
5 minutes. Okay.
Set.
And I'll just run him out to the car and come back.
Hit. Boom. Good. Oh, see, you guys got it. You guys got it right off the bat. Now here's the thing. What I want you to do is I don't want you to get in a hurry. All right? Slide, keep your shoulders square, because if you do this, what happens when he slides out?
Yeah.
This guy goes, go, go, go.
Is it on?
Yeah.
I got it.
All right? So I got to stay square. I got to keep my shoulders square. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. All right, I'm off to the linebacker. That makes sense? Now, good linebackers are going to force the issue. All right? Get on, get him covered up. I'm the linebacker. Cover him up. Sam, move over to your left, Sam. Put your nose on his nose. 6 to 8 inch split. All right? Set. Hit. They're going to come right now. So you got to be eyes, hands, right? So my first job is to do what? Pound it down, guys. So here's what it looks like for you. Is power step. Now my left foot now goes directly in between his feet. Boom! Right here. And my shoulders stay square and my hands go to his outside number. Okay? My right foot slides. My left foot goes boom right to inside here and I get to his inside number. So now we're squeezing him. Come on. We're squeezing him right here. Sammy, I appreciate you being a dummy. You don't look like a dummy, all right? And now your shoulders are square. Are your feet square? There you go. And we're going to even turn our toes out a little bit. And duck and pound, duck and pound, duck and pound. All right? If we can take Sam all the way to Connor, great.
Thank you.
Great. Okay? But if Connor starts to spill over, Connor spills over, I overtake. Oh, Connor, you trippy. Okay? He goes the other way. Now all you do is you just wheel on your man. Right there. Spill over, Connor. I let him go. Boom. We got a nice seal. We're going outside. Your butt's to the ball, my butt's to the ball. That makes sense? Okay? Same thing if we got the same look here. We got a stack here. Stack.
We're just doing the run, but
You're on top of him.
He's got a run block that looks just like it.
Do it here.
You know what you're doing? He's right
Who's
on
the covered lineman?
back. He comes block the safety.
Who's the uncovered lineman?
That'll be
Right now, it's you. You're the nearest uncovered lineman, right? So now, you're doing what he was doing. You're doing what he was doing, right? Where's your hands going?
pick up
The outside.
back out.
Yes! That's exactly right. Your hands are going to go on the outside number. You're going to pound your feet and duck them.
Spin right.
You're going to keep your chest up. 4 hands, 4 eyes on the linebacker. All right? Where's your hands going? Inside number. All right? And guys, get your hands up in there and get a piece of them. All right? And if it means your hands go up underneath your shoulder pads, so be it. As long as your hands stay in the framework of Sam's body, you're okay. It's when you start reaching around here, they're going to go, whoop, hold it. Okay? Keep your hands on the inside here on his number.
Hey, Coach, are you blocking this like somebody's coming around the right?
We're assuming we're going outside right. We're assuming, what's the outside play you've got for that?
We've got option and we've got sweep.
Okay, option and sweep.
And a reverse.
Perfect. Okay? Option and sweep are 2 great zone plays. All right, let's just see it. Covered, uncovered. You're the linebacker. I'm going to tell you which way I want you to spill. All right, you guys don't watch. I'm going to tell you which way I just spill. If I say the linebacker's going this way, Sam, you just play your position. Don't you worry about him. He'll go where he needs to go. All right?
What do you do on that?
Don't get in a hurry till I go. All right? Wait till I go tell you to go. All right? Set. You're going to go on hit. You're going to go on hit. Set. Hit. Good.
Good, Jay.
Good. Good job.
All right, so you know what you're doing.
You're going to be a good lineman, buddy. I watched you run. You're big. You're going to be a good lineman. Very good lineman. Go again. Now listen to me. Here's what I'd really like to see. Jay, I'd like to see you 2 guys be so physical that Sam ends up in the back of Connor's chest. It's Connor, right? in the back of Connor's chest, and he's falling back, and both of you guys have just driven this guy back, and you don't even have to worry about which way this guy goes, because you buried him right there. That's how physical I'd like for you to be. Now, right now, you don't have pads on and stuff, and I don't want you, like knock Sam's head off or something. That's not what we're looking for. But that's the concept, right? So, pound the down guy, because you know what, guys? If you don't get this guy blocked, it don't matter what this guy does. And that's the number one problem with the younger the guys that run the zone, the harder it is for them to do this. They forget and they think, well, this is kind of cool. I get to kind of be an athlete here. I get to pound and move and all that. And they get too busy going to the next guy that they forget this guy, Sam, making all the plays. Right? Set. Hit. Yes. Good. Good. Now here's the key right here. You're the overtaker, right? Not the undertaker, the overtaker. All right. Cover it up. Cover it up. Jay again. We're taking our 6-inch step or our 8-inch step right here. Okay. Jay's left foot's going to the midline. I'm working to the midline, and we're both pounding this guy right here. All right. Once you feel Jay over, what you'd really like to do, the overtaker would really like to bump Jay off. You'd really like to say, Jay, I've got him, I've got him, I've got him. Work outside. So we get more guys turning outside on people. Right? See, to me, the most important block of a zone block is the uncovered guy. The covered guy gets the glory because he gets the guy who gets the lock up on him. The uncovered guy, if he's really good, and that's where we award our stars for our helmets, uncovered block. Guys that can get to the next guy and square up and move on him, and his feet are squared up so he gets it, so that our next guy can get loose. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm trying to give you all the scenarios you can get. All right.
Hey, Coach.
Yes.
Can you review again which man, the covered or uncovered, makes a decision to peel off to get the linebacker for combo blocking?
Okay.
I'm confused on that.
All right. Sam's right here. Come on, Sam.
One more time. Let's run it again.
Okay. Sam is covering up Austin. All right. And Jay's totally uncovered, and now you're the uncovered guy. You two guys are working in combination towards Connor. Sam, you got a question? Oh, I thought you.
He's got that long hair and he's got a
Trying to keep it pulled back. Yeah, I got you. Okay. So we're gonna pound this down guy right here, right? This is our guy. We gotta get first before we go to the linebacker. That makes sense. Everybody's with me on that. Okay. So now the covered guy is gonna go where?
All right, you know what you're doing out there?
No. Where's your first thing you gotta do? Covered guy. Pound the down guy, right? Take your 6-inch step and get to his outside number. 1, 2, 3, go. Boom. Take your 6-inch step and get to his inside number. You're good. You're good. Go ahead and finish it off. Boom. Now stop right there. Stop right there. Okay? Now, you've got 4 hands on him and 4 eyes where? On the linebacker. All right? Now here's the question. The question is, if Connor spills out to his left or to our right, that way, Connor, who's got to pick him up? And you got to overtake. Right? Perfect. Back to Sam. Back to Sam. Sam, you're outstanding. Okay, everybody back to Sam. 4 eyes, 4 hands on him. 4 eyes, 4 hands on him. All right? Now, here's the deal. If Connor spills back inside, perfect scenario. The linebacker stupid, the play's going outside. He chooses to go inside. You overtake him, boom, you chip it. Okay? So whichever way he goes, you got it. Okay. If he comes to the covered side, now we're going to overtake him with the uncovered, and the covered guy's going to go to the linebacker. Right. Okay? What we're trying to do is we're trying to work to the outside. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because the play's going outside. Yeah, I
What
mean,
if he goes inside?
if the linebacker comes inside, we got him. All we do is we just got him right here. Boom. I've got him right here. You slip off, take him right there. And we got him. We got both guys blocked. And now we even got a better play. Stay right there, Connor. Because who's the guy that can actually make the play on the outside play? It's this linebacker on this side who's running. You know, he's standing right here and he's seeing the play. He's inside out and making the play. He just took himself out of the play. Right? I mean, he essentially is taking himself totally out of the play. Okay? So but the key is, and I've said this how many times? 15 times at least. If you don't block the down guy, it doesn't matter. If you don't block the down guy, it does not matter. Okay? So, Coach, here's the drill. The drill is it doesn't matter. It does not matter. All you've got to do is put 3 guys out and 2 guys out. Line up on, square up on him right there. And you guys say outside right, outside left. Okay? Get back here. And you tell your lineman we're running toss sweep right or speed option right. Okay? Who's covered? Who's uncovered? Good. Okay? We're running speed option left. Who's covered? Who's uncovered? Jay. Right? We're going this way. Okay? So you got 3 linemen and 2 guys, and you just work 3 on 2, and you can work 3 on 2 all day long, and that's all they need to know how to do. And then you can do this. Covered. Covered.
Right, we're going back to the right now, okay?
Uncovered. Okay? So you got a 6-2 or something. I don't know. You got a lot of guys covered up in there. Okay?
I mean, we play some defenses where they have, like we used to run 4 men in the gap. Both A's, both B's. 4 down linemen just in the gap.
Perfect. And then I'm going to talk about gap, because that's the key gap is when it gets a little tricky. You guys go a little, I'm not sure who's covered and who's not covered. Okay. But in this scenario, Jay, are you covered? Yes. What part of his body would you attack, Jay, if you're covered? And the play's going that way. His outside numbers, right? You're going to take your slide step. You're going to pound your back foot right into the middle of it. We say knee to the nuts. All right? That's kind of a crude way to put it. We want your knee to get right in between his legs. All right? Get on his outside numbers, and you work his outside numbers. Duck your feet, keep turning, and keep working his outside numbers. Keep as much outside leverage as you can. Right? You're covered. Do you have any help, Jay? Would you have any help in this scenario? No, because he's covered too, right? So you're covered, right? What do you attack? His outside numbers, right? You take your slide step, take your backside foot, drive it right in between his legs. Put your hands where outside numbers, and you work your feet, duck your feet, try to stay outside leverage. All right? You're uncovered, right? You're going to help pound right here. You're going to pick up the linebacker.
Coach, when they come out and hit their man, you want them to give, pretty good punch.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Big punch. All right? Here's the idea. You guys all watch the old Western. John Wayne. Got the gun in the holster. Okay? Same thing. All right? You're going to cock your arm. Your elbows are going to drop straight back. You cock your arm, and you're going to explode. All right? You got to get all those push-ups. More practice. That's it. Right there.
He's going to do a spin like it's a punch, but he's going to get the ball, okay? He's going to
get older, you start doing a lot of incline, stuff like that. That'll really help you with this motion right there. You can start doing some things. All right, let's go back to the hard part. Okay, come back here, Connor. So I want you to get inside.
You're going to come. So you're
okay.
Go back around.
Okay.
Get that? Yeah. The other wing back comes back around.
It's covered.
Another place on that.
Both of you are covered, right? That's exactly right. You answered it perfect. Okay? Because he's got a piece of you.
Way to go, Dylan.
And a piece of you. All right? So both of you are covered. So the rule is I got to pound the down guy on covered. All right? So now this is really, we squeeze it. Okay? I take my slide step so I can still make sure I'm on the outside of him. You take your slide step and you're going to be able to overtake him very easily. Because from this position right here, you take your slide step and you work here, you're almost centered up with him already. All right? So now you know I'm going to take my slide step, and what happens is most of the time is you don't get both hands on him because you got to keep your shoulder square. You get one hand on him. Okay? And you keep your shoulder square, and he eventually overtakes, and then you just walk right off the foot. There it comes. Okay? And it's really easier because they've really given up things here. They really, you're not covered, so you really, all you got to do is kind of get a piece, and you're kind of already over him, so you can get to him faster. So you can cover him up faster. You can help him take it, boom, and then you get to this guy right now because you're going to feel him overtake you. All right? So the rule is, if he covers any piece of me in the gap, I'm covered. We're both covered. Okay? And we're both going to pound this guy. Knowing that, if I'm the outside guy, when he's in between us, I don't have to get a whole lot of him. I got to get enough piece of him that if he would do this, okay, Sam, at the snap of the ball, you're in the gap, at the snap of the ball, I want you to come this way, I want you to go that way. Okay? Sit. Hit. Okay? I've taken my slide step and I've already squared up. He's decided. Okay? But he's moved that way, but you're already outside him. You've taken your slide step and the other foot to right in between his legs. Square up with him and you got it. Right? Because there's no rule that says he lines up between the two of you. Line up, get up like you're in your stance. He lines up between the two of you. There is no rule that says he has to go right here every time, is there? Can't sometimes he go here and the other guy go there? Or sometimes he goes here and the other guy goes there? Right? How many can play line noise here? How many times did that happen? A lot. It happens all the time. They've got a stunt. And this guy goes this way and this guy goes this way, and you come back to the sideline. The line coach goes, "You had that guy! That was your guy!" Right? Then you go, "But coach, at the snap of the ball, he took off like a striped mule away from me. I couldn't block him." Great. The other guy got him, I got the other guy. Right? Guys, you guys are smart enough and good enough. You could do that. That's not that hard. All right. But what you have to do is you got to just keep practicing. So that's the drill. Yeah. You put them in a gap, you put them head up, you put them covered, you put them any way you want to put them. Cover all three of them up and have them all three work. Slide, hands in between, and and just working the outside number. Right. And you can give them any scenario that you can line up. And the great thing about it is, this week you play a 4-man front. The next week you play a 5-man front. The next week you play a 6-man front. And you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. I mean, you got it blocked, and you don't have to go in at halftime and go, "Okay, guys, we're doing this. We got to change this." No. Guys are running this stunt most of the time. We're going to pound this guy. We know that this guy's going to come off the edge, and it makes it real easy. Okay. And the fun part about it is for you get to be an athlete, right? You get to be more of an athlete now. Now you've got to move your feet, and you've got to see people and lead people and that sort of stuff. And it becomes a much more funner position to play, right? Than, okay, I got Sam, I got the linebacker. When I went to high school and we had a rule called OIL, on inside linebacker. I will never forget it. And we both played wing, and he ended up playing a lot more than I ended up playing tailback because I wasn't very good. But the fact is, I remember that rule in my sleep. On, inside, linebacker. And that was my rule. Every time I came up at wing, I knew how to block. If I had a man on me, I blocked him. If I had a man inside me, I blocked him. If I had a linebacker, it didn't matter where he went, didn't matter what he did. That was the guy I had, right? And most of the time I ended up chasing somewhere and never blocked him anyway. Okay? So that, and to me, that's not any fun. This is really kind of fun. You get to kind of come up and say, all right, this is cool. I'm an athlete. I got this guy. I'm going to work my feet, get around.
Because let's put a man in the A gap and a man in the B gap. So we're all good.
Okay. All right. So here's my center. All right. Here's my guard. Here's my tackle. So I got a guy in this gap, right, and a guy in this gap. Okay. Perfecto mundo. All right. Now let's think about this, because this presents us a little bit of a problem, but not so much. Who's covered? Everybody is right. Good answer. Because they got a piece of all of you, so you're all covered. Now we're going this way, right? We're going this way. So who's a bigger threat, Sam or Connor? Connor, all right? So, in this scenario, I'm going to know I'm on an island, all right? I'm going to slide step. I'm going to take this guy on my own. He's mine. I'm going to work to his outside numbers, get my inside foot to his, and work it here. These two guys are going to work on these two guys because we know we're going right. If we were going left, and let's say Jay's the center, guard, tackle, okay? Now we've got the biggest threat now is Sam, all right? He's the furthest most down lineman. So we're going to pound him, and Jay's going to take this guy by his side. Right? And if he's in the gap, it's not so hard to block. You know, he's taking a slide step, right? And he's working, trying to get his shoulders square and get his hands on the outside numbers. And he's just working. And the great thing about it is, guys, can the ball carrier be tackled?
It's got.
If you are covering your guy.
Got.
Can Sam tackle somebody if I am covering him? Huh. And do I have to block Sam from here all the way to China Mission East? No. I don't have to block him that far. All I've got to do is get between him and the ball carrier and say, Sam, you're going to have to run over me and fall down to get to the ball carrier. That makes sense? So I don't really have to drive Sam. It's not like I'm saying I'm going to make a hole. We're going to try to turn this part the seas and this guy's going to run right through the hole. Because what's going to happen is the running back will get good enough that he might get a toss and see that, I'm sorry, Dylan did not quite get the outside piece of him, but yet Jay got a good solid block on Connor, and Austin got a piece of Sam, all right, and then got to the linebacker. So Sam, come on out. And we didn't quite get to him. So the running back goes, oh! And it was supposed to be an inside play, but he comes right back inside because we got all this block. That makes sense? But you got to do it. You got to practice. And you got to practice. And the thing about it is, you're going to go, oh my God, we are practicing the 3-on-2 drill again. We're going to do the 3-on-2 drill. How many times, Coach, are we going to do the 3-on-2 drill? And you're going to go, we're going to do it again. We're going to keep doing it. And we're going to do it for this whole 30-minute period. And I'm going to give you different looks, and you just keep running, keep looking. And that's it. But just from what I've seen with you guys are athletic enough that you can do this. It doesn't require, you know.
We're all smart guys.
Yeah, and you're smart kids, and you can understand the concept. Does everybody understand the concept of covered and uncovered? Everybody understands the concept of if it's outside right, the biggest threat is the furthest man outside. If it's outside left, the biggest threat is. And we've got it, man. We've got it.
Hey, Lyman, you guys want to get a drink real quick? Get a quick drink of water, come back, and then we'll do a play.